Welcome back. Okay, if you are feeling like you are not quite your ideal weight or level of fitness, the City of McKinney and our school district challenge you to set a goal that raises your own personal wellness bar. Starting this week and continuing through May 1st, you can sign up for the Live Healthy Texas 100-Day Challenge. Unlike a crash diet plan on the latest workout craze, the Live Healthy Texas Challenge is a habit-forming adjustment to how you eat and what you do physically. The end goal is to make you and our community healthier. Mayor Brian Loughmiller and Superintendent Dr. J.D. Kennedy join us now with their perspectives on this wellness initiative. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Glad to have you on the couch. I think this is your first time on the show. I don't think I've gotten to know you. That's great.
Yeah.
It's awesome, really and truly. It is awesome to have the community a part of this show. For me, every time I get to interview somebody that has an outside perspective on what goes on in the school district, it's great to have you on the show. Of course, as our mayor, that's also an honor for me as well. So glad to have you on the show.
Thank you.
I'm excited about this this health initiative. Tell us a little bit, Dr. Kennedy, about how this started.
Yes. Well, last year I went to an event in Cleveland at the Cleveland Clinic about childhood obesity, and after attending that, I became convinced that we really do have a national problem as far as obesity, and that it's a moral imperative on our part to make a difference. And so I knew that Mayor Loughmiller was very interested in fitness and wellness, not only for himself personally, but for the community. And so when I got back into town, I asked Mayor Loughmiller if we could do something jointly as a cooperative agreement, to work together as a team to try to improve the fitness of our students in McKinney and also our citizens in McKinney. And he welcomed it, and we really feel like we are working in the right direction as far as working to help our parents and our students know what it means to be fit and to eat a healthy diet. So.
Terrific. And you took him seriously. You said, "You bet. Let's jump on board."
Yeah, and, I like a good challenge, but no, all kidding aside, I think that one of the perspectives from the city standpoint is that we have 680 employees. When I first came on the council, we now have over 860, and while our employee base hasn't grown exponentially, our healthcare costs have. My first year on council, we spent about $3 million of our budget on healthcare. This last year was almost $12 million. And when you take a look at that and you see how much of that is tied to things that are really preventable, people with high cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes, illnesses that really just based on your behavior patterns, you can change your need for medication, by good eating habits, exercise, that type of thing. And so that's really how I looked at it. We had a wellness program that we were running at the city. We started this Live Healthy North Texas program a couple of years ago. It was very successful. Last year we did May Get Fit Month, and just trying to expand on that with the school district, because the other part of this is that, if for the kids to be involved, that will help get the parents involved. And everybody has to be on board for it to work.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit more about the Live Healthy, the 100-Day Challenge.
Well, what it is basically is beginning the end of January through the first week of May, you can sign up a team at livehealthynorthtexas.org, I believe it is.
This looks like the website.
And yes,
you'll see it online.
A team can have 10 members, and basically what you do is you can track how many minutes you exercise, you can track how much weight you lose. There are different things that you can try to do. And the great thing about this program and this website is they also provide a lot of information about healthy living, eating habits, just a full gamut of things that you can learn about how to live healthy. And what I like about it is at the end of the challenge there are prizes for the cities that do the best, corporations that do the best. I imagine there's something for school districts too, and to me that's an easy motivating factor. You have the accountability of having teammates, plus the challenge of trying to compete against other teams, and it's all fun. And last year I think we had 16 teams with the city, and it was, they had great names, and it was really cool the way they did it. So that's basically what it is.
Yeah, that's excellent. Now, when you say the city has various teams, this is represented by various businesses within the city, or is
no?
It
well,
the? Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
get me going. Last year, it was predominantly city employees. This year, what I wanted to do was to expand that to the community. And so what we did is we presented a plan at City Council, basically said, you know, if you will go out and sign up a team, and there's a code they can put in to show that they're a citizen of McKinney, and then we can track what McKinney citizens are doing. And the idea is that at the end of the 100-day period, I'd like to see how we've done as a community. And when we were talking about this, again, it became very important to get the school district involved as well, because we are one community, the school district, the city council, we're all together on this. And hopefully, through this, we'll be recognized at some point as being one of the healthiest cities in the country. Dr. Cooper's talked to us about that. And that's important, too, because when you start talking about everything from quality of life to economic development and what companies are going to move here, a lot of it's based on lifestyle. You know, and what are your parks like? What are your amenities, you know, that you have outside of just traditional amenities? You know, is your community healthy or are they not? And there's so much that's tied into that. You know, what is your school system like? Well, a lot of that has to do with the environment within the school and where you're teaching your kids.
Well, and then let's talk about what some of the initiatives will be at the school level.
Yes.
We could have teams, I imagine, both students and employees of the district?
Well, what we're doing at the district level is we have a coordinated health plan on each of our campuses, and we had 100% of our elementary middle school campuses this year participate in Jump for the Heart with the American Heart Association. And we also have worked with the Cooper Clinic in developing healthy zone schools. We were the first, Berks Elementary was the first elementary school in the world, not just in the country, but in the world, that received the award of being the Healthy Zone Award, School Award. Right. And we have 2 other schools that are in training in that regard. And then we also have had several of our schools be recognized by the Department of Agriculture, U.S. Department of Agriculture, as far as bronze and silver medals related to the participation in school lunch, as far as the healthiness of the lunches that we serve. And we had, in fact, Minshew Elementary went to Washington, D.C. This last year to be honored. And so we're doing everything we can to try to create a healthier environment on our campuses. One thing that we are really trying to stress is the idea of if a student is sitting still for an hour, that they get up and they jam for a minute. And so we have introduced the jamming minute on our campuses, where students will get up and exercise as a whole class with the teacher for a minute to get that blood flowing and to understand how important it is to exercise on a regular basis.
You probably don't sit for an hour at a time
No,
any day, but do you ever just do spontaneous jamming minutes?
I have done it in meetings with Karen Clem, our PE facilitator. She leads.
Do we have video of that?
No, we don't. Thank goodness we don't have a video of that. I appreciate that.
Okay.
In fact, we were thinking about maybe doing it here right now, but we don't have space, so that's okay.
That's
we'll pass.
Okay.
It probably wouldn't be a pretty sight to see me jamming for a minute anyway.
No. I really appreciate both of your attitudes about both of your attitudes about the importance of this, and that, you know, you kind of have to look at it and go, you know, we could all do something to help make ourselves healthier. So I certainly admire the commitment that both of you have in light of that. So one of the other issues too is just trying to communicate what it is about helping students and parents understand the importance of this, that this isn't something that is curriculum that's being passed down, but it really is about a lifestyle change.
Right.
And we're just trying to model that both in the school and within the community. That's excellent. You mentioned something before we got on about a initiative to challenge kids. From your standpoint, what do you see looking at the children and teens of today?
But what I see, even in my own family, I have teenage boys, and you know, and I was kidding with you, but essentially it's the war on Xbox for me. You know, to get a teenager to put down a game controller and actually go outside and ride a bike for 30 minutes or go for a walk or walk a dog or run, whatever, it's hard to do because it's, you have instant gratification on the computer. Mm-hmm. And what I see is that a lot of kids are now spending all of their free time on the computer. And whether it's YouTube or videos, music videos, or their iPod, and what I've told my kids, and we're working on it. But obviously, I think some kids think that to be physically active, you have to play on a team. You have to be involved, football, basketball, baseball, and they migrate that way, or they migrate away from that. And what I've told my kids is, look, I don't care if you play sports or not, but you have to do something that's physically active.
Right.
And if that means going out and riding your bike 3 or 4 miles, then do that. Yeah. So that's my thing. It's getting kids to understand, and the statistics are out there. They're saying now for the first time ever that our generation potentially will outlive the next generation in terms of years, and that's scary when you think about it on a personal level with your own children. Right. And so I'm very serious about this, and I just think that we have an opportunity to set an example. I mean, a lot of the events I do locally, whether it be a 5K or going to Berks Elementary and jumping rope, I do because, to set it, to let the kids know that, hey, I'm not just saying this stuff, I really believe it, and I want to be involved in it, and ultimately everybody benefits. So that's really what it's all about. Hopefully we'll get the kids on board, we get the parents on board, we get the businesses on board, and and it grows from there.
Absolutely.
And I think it takes a joint effort to really get it going. And one thing that I'm excited about is we started Girls on the Run. It's an organization that promotes exercise as far as women or girls, and it starts at the upper elementary and middle school level. Mm-hmm. And anything that we can do to help our students understand the importance of exercise and eating healthy will help fight that statistic. And
students and parents can go to the website, and there's a link on the school district website. Get Fit is the link, I think. Mm-hmm. And then the city website has a link as well. Oh, it's the Get Fit is on the city website.
It's on the website. Yes,
that's
city
terrific.
Website.
So we can create some teams.
Mm-hmm. And we'll be continuing, even though the 100-day challenge ends at the end of April, we're going to continue like we did last year through May. Mm-hmm. What we did last year is we put on our website different events and things you could do during the month of May, and we'll continue to do that as well.
That's excellent. Well, thank you both for being on the show.
Bet.
It's good to see you
Enjoyed
again.
It. It's good seeing you.
And it's certainly good to have you on the show for the first time.
Thanks
for being here.
Appreciate
it. We'll see you at a race.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you betcha. We need to take a short commercial break, and then when we return, we'll check out the new grading and report card methods.